Hi, my name is Yacht. I've explored many countries and lived in Australia, France, Florida, and Hawaii. Follow me as I explore the world on my quest to find the special place that my family will one day call home. Alright, so it's just a quick video to kind of put my thoughts on video of my initial impressions of Portugal. So I arrived in Portugal yesterday morning, roughly around 5 a.m. and just kind of go through what I went through to get into the country once I arrived, going through immigration, etc. And then my first day of exploration, just the places I visited, initial thoughts, impressions, and etc. So I'll hop right into it. Going through the airport was a bit of a pain. Of course, they require you to have negative COVID tests, documentation. There's a passenger locator form that you need to complete within 24 hours of your departure date. I actually did mine roughly 48 hours to roughly 60 hours before I left, and I had to redo it once I got to the airport because it stated that too much time had passed, and nowhere did it state that 24 hours was a requirement before takeoff. So I had to do it there at the airport. Luckily, the folks at TAP were pretty helpful in getting me, helping me get that documentation completed on my phone, and they give you a little QR code so it's ready to go once you arrive in Portugal. Once I arrived, going through the security itself took quite a bit. I arrived early in the morning, like 5:10 a.m., and I was in line roughly an hour and 30 minutes going through there, slogging through there. But once I got to the self agent, I was there no more than a minute. I got through pretty quickly, so that was good. Anyway, going through the airport was a bit of a pain. There was some construction going on in the airport, and I had rented a car, and that's a whole nother video, but it took me roughly about an hour and 15 after I got my bags just to figure out how to navigate the car rental process and how to get to the correct place. Three different people told me three different places I needed to go, and finally I got it done. But long story short, got the car. That was easy, and driving to get to my initial destination, which I ended up going to Nazare, was quite easy. Luckily, my internet here, I have T-Mobile, works quite well, and a little slow, but it works, which is good, and I was happy about. And I got there roughly a little over an hour 10 minutes from the airport, so it was pretty good. Initial impressions of Nazare. Now, I won't go into Lisbon. I'll skip that because I'm actually going to be visiting Lisbon last. But my initial impressions of Nazare, because that was the first actual city that I visited here in Portugal, were meh, to be honest. The city was pretty desolate when I arrived, and I arrived roughly around, 9:30, 10 a.m. I tried my first pastel de nata. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It was delicious. Can't complain. But it was desolate. It didn't have the vibe that I thought of a good surfing town. The buildings itself weren't very pretty. Didn't have that charming flair of old European city and etc. They were just meh. I guess it was too many modern-ish buildings and rental buildings and apartments and condos and stuff that just didn't fit the flair of what I had envisioned of an old, Portuguese fishing village or surf town. The tram going up the the side of the hill, so you can see that the lookout spot wasn't working or wasn't operational yesterday, so I didn't have an opportunity to do that. So I just moseyed around, checked out the beach. It has plenty of sand. It was a gorgeous beach, but it was quite cold. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little surprising. It was windy, cold, but sunny. I guess that was a positive, but it was cool to check it out. Stayed there roughly 30 minutes and decided to head on south. It was nothing else for me to really see there, so I ended up coming down to Sao Martinho to Porto, and initial impressions, I like it. It's a cute little town, man, and that scalloped shell bay is gorgeous. Still, the town quite itself is still quite desolate, but you know, it's still charming. The streets are beautiful. I ended up going to a little market this morning to get my fresh fruit. So I ended up getting some oranges and, well, you know, clementines and some grapes here. If you can see that, but yeah, I paid roughly €2.50. So it's pretty cheap from, you know, U.S. standards. But anyway, today I'll go check out Nazare de Porto on the other side of the bay. Small little town that I actually kind of looking forward to check out. Check out the sand dunes, go up on the hill, you know, check out the trails along the coast. But yeah, check it out. But hopefully I didn't ramble on too long, but I just wanted to put my initial impressions of Portugal, my first day here, on video, because, you know, a lot of things end up swaying your perception later down the road, and also my memory's not so good. So, but anyway, on to the next location.